So a few years back I started messing around with skateboarding on one foot to get better at rail skiing, more specifically backslides. And this is my first time revisiting that, but on longboards, so it's a little less scary because the longboard wheels kick pebbles out of the way. But it's still difficult and it's quite a bit of fun. So I've been balancing on my right leg. So let's see what happens when I balance on my left leg now. So there is an optimal speed. Let me try to get the speed in. You can probably see as I start to slow down, the bumps in the road affect the board speed more, and I have to shove it forward as I balance. But you know, that's kind of like riding a rusty rail anyway. And so now I'll try goofy and see what happens. So same thing, back leg then front leg, but goofy. So this will be completely unnatural to me. And I'm gonna go back and start on the lower board to see if that makes it a little easier. So the second I got into goofy, I felt like I wasn't gonna be able to do one leg. So instead, I'm just gonna go back and forth. And we'll see if we can do a few back and forth, just goofy and pushing, and we'll try to get to kind of a smooth point. So we're readjusting our expectations and goals a little bit, but we're still gonna get something out of it. Now back to regular again. That's good. So the progression for that is quite simple. You start by getting comfortable riding the board. Then when it's time to go on one foot, you can start with front or back foot, but the main thing is try to have your foot pretty much diagonal, if not more straight than sideways. And then as you get better at managing your balance with movements of the hip, pushing the board back and forth rather than using your ankle, then you get more and more sideways until it's fully like sliding on a rail. And then when you go to slide on a rail to learn your backslide, you kind of do the same thing. You try a little more. Obviously you won't be able to commit to like forward, or even a little more diagonal will be difficult, but you can at least start to get your ski diagonal on the rail to get just a little more edge length. And then if you're looking for more options, then you go for the full perpendicular, so that way you can get ready to learn backslide surface swaps and front side surface swaps. So this translates to sliding rails on one foot quite well. It's the same, it's very much similar. You're on a you're attached to a slippery thing, and you have to balance on one leg. Same idea. So now I'm back on this board, let's try to go goofy. Quick and easy. Let's try 1 foot now on the goofy. Yeah, it's hard this way. Let me turn the camera around so I have a slight downhill. Every new run that I get, I'm trying to get my foot up off a little longer, but I'm not really committing. I don't want to commit. I'm not at that. That's not what this is about. This is not about commitment. This is just about introducing the body to the new thing. That was pretty good. Oh, I had it. I don't know why I wasn't able to make a move. Oh. Okay, so that was the best one yet. That was definitely the best one yet. And I went a little faster, but the going faster makes it easier, but also it brings up the consequence, and the consequence is already awkward enough because I am not fully relaxed. So falling when I'm not relaxed, that's already an increase in consequence. So we won't go any faster than that. We'll just keep trying. So if you have a longboard, I think that no matter what it looks like, you can probably practice this. And it's good even if you're not practicing for a specific ski trick. I think it's good to have overall balance. We tend to balance on firm surfaces that aren't slippery, and that doesn't really help for our skiing. If you want to practice good ski balance, you need to balance on something that's sliding and moving under your feet. Maybe a little bit unpredictably, and that'll get you the best results. And also find a way that challenges your balance in specific directions, like laterally or on the sagittal plane. So play around with that. And if you're looking for a longboard to mess around with, I recommend you go lower. Get yourself a board with a little bit of drop down. You'll be closer to the ground, and it'll be a little easier and a little more stable, and you won't have to mess with the trucks or practice as much to go a little bit faster and control your speed. If you already have a board that's quite a bit higher, like this land yacht here, it's a free ride board, then that's okay too. Just take your time with the practice. And if it comes with riser plates, maybe take those off when you're learning, and stiffen the trucks and see what that does for you. So that was pretty fun. I'll try to, so to finish off the video, we'll try to mess around with maybe some movements that are a little more similar to skiing, but that I already am guessing it wouldn't really teach me that much. But we'll try them anyway. We'll see if we invent some new drills or something. We'll see if we can do some switch boarding nice and fluid. That's pretty fun. Oh God, that feels weird. Oh God. So that was actually, I wasn't moving fast at all, but that was exhausting. Just because my body had no idea what to do in that situation. And I felt like I was in a state of balance, trial and error. And my body was flipping switches and redirecting power and energy all over the place. That was pretty chaotic. Whew. So let's invent another one. Okay, that was really boring. Why not? All right. So I bet if I came back tomorrow and did that, I would be a lot better. Because part of learning is getting a good night's sleep and coming back and doing it again. So lesson of the day is try stuff. Try a bunch of stuff. You should longboard. You should longboard in the summer. You don't have to go down any crazy hills or anything like that. Just whatever's fun. And when you're first learning a new skill, you shouldn't have to commit. There shouldn't be really much of a commitment phase. It should just be little steps. You should always have a kind of a thing, something to fall back on. Like if you're longboarding on one leg, your leg should progressively get higher up off the board as you get more comfortable. And be honest with yourself, because there's nothing more embarrassing than getting hurt before the ski season by doing something that's not really necessary, because this is optional and just kind of fun. So try it out. Let me know in the comments what that gave. Try it out and see if you can leave me a like and a subscribe if you want some more. I bet the camera's really close, huh? So yeah, let me know.